Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party of Canada the most corrupt government in Canadian history? They've been accused of deplorable behavior on many occasions, but there have been three major incidents since the Liberal Party took power in 2015 that even the far-left state-run media had trouble downplaying. We're going to look at the top three scandals that Justin Trudeau and other high-ranking Liberal Party members have done to tarnish their reputation, and let you decide for yourself if Justin Trudeau should be running a country or facing jail time. As we go through this, imagine if it was you that had done these things at your own job or business. Would you be able to brush it off and continue on as if nothing had happened? Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Canadian Pioneer. Our content is only available on Rumble. Also follow us on X for updates. This channel is a place for all patriots to discuss and analyze events that affect Canadians and to offer hope in the face of all the craziness in the world today. Now let's get right to it. The top three scandals of Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party. Number 1. SNC-Lavalin. SNC-Lavalin is a major Canadian company which is based out of Quebec that provides engineering and construction services and is contracted by provincial and the federal government in Canada for many work projects. It should be noted that SNC-Lavalin employees have been caught up in many other questionable situations, including donations of over $100,000 to the Liberal Party, a violation of Elections Canada law. Former SNC-Lavalin employees have also been charged with other fraud and forgery for bribery-related incidents. SNC-Lavalin also contracts in other countries, and this is where Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party scandal comes into play. SNC-Lavalin was facing charges of fraud and corruption in connection with nearly $48 million in payments made to Libyan government officials between 2001 and 2011. On February 19, 2015, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police laid charges against SNC-Lavalin for fraud and corruption. Due to Canadian legislation, if SNC-Lavalin was found guilty of these charges, then the federal government could not contract SNC-Lavalin for any further work projects for a period of 10 years. SNC-Lavalin began lobbying for Justin Trudeau and the Liberals to change the criminal code before they could be convicted criminally. Trudeau and the Liberals agreed, and they pushed through a new law of deferred prosecution agreements, located deep inside a 582-page federal budget, that would now allow corporations, such as SNC-Lavalin, who are facing criminal prosecution to enter into a deferred prosecution. A deferred prosecution agreement is basically what it says, a prosecution that can drop the criminal aspect if the accused company agrees to take steps to improve its conduct. Therefore, if SNC-Lavalin was granted a deferred prosecution agreement, it could not be found guilty of the criminal offense it was charged for, thus making it eligible to continue to take federal contracts in Canada. Justin Trudeau and other high-ranking Liberal Party members began pressuring the Minister of Justice and Attorney General Jody Wilson-Raybould to intervene in the ongoing SNC-Lavalin Libyan criminal proceedings by demanding that she push to offer the company a deferred prosecution agreement. When Wilson-Raybould refused, she was removed from her position, which many believe was a punishment for not falling into the party line. Eventually, the extent of the scandal came to light. Justin Trudeau claimed he was trying to save jobs, but whose jobs? The company that was charged for fraud and corruption in the millions? Trying to have them avoid criminal prosecution so they can continue their corrupt practices? Eventually, the Parliament of Canada's Ethics Commissioner confirmed that Trudeau and his staff had contravened Section 9 of the Conflict of Interest Act by improperly pressuring Wilson-Raybould. Imagine if you or I made $48 million in corrupt payments to foreign government officials. Would Justin Trudeau also change the criminal process and then pressure the Attorney General to save you from criminal prosecution? Well, perhaps only if you had also given Liberal Party members generous donations in their past elections would he care so much about your welfare. Number 2. The Aga Khan. The Aga Khan is a very powerful multimillionaire, a spiritual leader whose followers support him financially. He runs foundations that seek donations, which then in turn they use the funds to invest into global matters. The Aga Khan also owns many lavish residences and properties worldwide and is estimated to have a net worth of nearly $1 billion. In December of 2016, Justin Trudeau and other high-ranking Liberal Party members, along with their families, went on an 8-day trip to the Bahamas and stayed with the Khan, while touring the islands in private helicopters and being wined and dined by the Khan. This trip alone cost over $215,000. Shortly after this trip, the Aga Khan Foundation received what some would call a kickback from Justin Trudeau and the Liberals to the tune of over a $50 million donation courtesy of the Canadian taxpayer. When exposed, Justin Trudeau claimed at the time that he and the Khan were close friends, but the Ethics Commissioner found that to be a lie, as they had no real serious social interactions for 30 years, only having recent contact since Trudeau became Prime Minister and on one occasion at Justin Trudeau's father's funeral in 2000. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police even considered charging Trudeau, believing there were reasonable grounds that fraud may have been committed, but they did not pursue the matter because there were questions if Trudeau could make the defense that as Prime Minister, he can claim that he can provide consent for these trips. Conservative MP James Bezin told the House of Commons, "The only reason the RCMP didn't charge him was because he is the Prime Minister, so there is one law for the Prime Minister and another law for all the rest of us." Further investigations and testimony into this blatant scheme were blocked by the Liberal Party at parliamentary levels. In 2017, the Parliamentary Ethics Committee found Justin Trudeau guilty of violating 4 sections of the Federal Conflict of Interest Act. Imagine if it was you or I that were wined and dined in paradise, with the only expectation that you'd have to return the favor with $50 million of your fellow Canadians' tax money. Number 3. The We Charity. The We Charity website states that they partner with communities around the world to achieve sustainable change and a brighter future. In 2020, the We Charity scandal was exposed. Leading up to the scandal, the Trudeaus and other high-ranking Liberal Party members, such as the Finance Minister Bill Morneau, had close ties with the organization. In 2020, with no other discussions except inside the Liberal Party with Morneau and Trudeau's involvement, the Liberals granted the We up to $900 million to hand out in student grants. The Liberals were going to pay the We over $43 million to run the program. Once it was announced that the We was getting such a huge contract, questions began, especially because of the known Liberal Party's close connections to We, such as having attending and speaking at We events. Trudeau initially denied his family had been paid to speak at these We events, but it was discovered this was a lie, and Trudeau's mother had, in fact, been paid $250,000 and Trudeau's brother, over $30,000 by We. Trudeau's wife had also had major expenses, such as travel and food paid for while involved with the We. It was further discovered that Morneau's daughter was employed with the organization, and that Morneau and his family also had their expenses paid for to attend We events. While this scandal was coming to light, Morneau quickly paid back tens of thousands of dollars of expenses. Morneau took the main fall for the scandal and was found guilty of breaching Federal Conflict of Interest Act by the Parliamentary Office of Ethics Commission. Further investigation into this scandal was halted by Trudeau when he shut down government in August 2020, which disbanded all committees investigating the scandal. Once government reconvened, any efforts into investigating the scandal further were repeatedly blocked in Parliament by Trudeau, the Liberal Party, and their allies the NDP. This scandal sounds like a classic scheme of, "If you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours." Could you imagine if you or I committed one of these devious acts at our places of work or business? Is it acceptable for them to hide behind an ethics committee that can only issue minor fines? Justin Trudeau and the high-ranking Liberal Party members know the system and they think they'll get away with it, hoping you have a short memory. But this doesn't look like the case. Just take a look at this September 7, 2023 Angus Reid poll where Conservative Party leader Pierre Poilievre is sitting at a 32% approval rating. Justin Trudeau is at a measly 17%, just a few percentage points above the NDP leader Jagmeet Singh. Is this the beginning of the end of Justin Trudeau's reign? Let us know in the comments section. Hit the rumble on this video and sub to the channel so you'll be notified of the next video we drop before Justin Trudeau and his high command attempt to send it down the memory hole. Have a great day everyone, God bless.